Turns out I was planning my game all wrong. My original plan was to finish a demo first and then set up a Steam page and finally create a trailer. But then I watched this GDC talk by Derek Liu that talks about making a trailer before you make the game, and it really changed how I approach planning my game. Here are 5 reasons why making a trailer before the game could be a good idea for yours. Hi Brain! If you're new here, I am Gael. I am a solo indie dev working on my survival horror game called Silent Corruption. I am obsessed with learning how to make better games and building a successful indie career. On this channel, I share everything I discover so you can also go full time as well and be successful yourself. So if this sounds like your thing, stick around and hit like and subscribe. And by the way, if you're interested in knowing more about my game, you can visit my website studio, violetbean.dev, where you can get dev blogs and updates about my game. The link is in the description. Okay, so back to the video. The reason number one, making a trailer before you make the game, is that it helps you define your game concept. Most indie devs jump into building their game without really thinking about the trailer early on or even defining the concept really well. And that can be a trap because a trailer can help you have a snapshot of what your game can look like and why it's fun. And if you don't plan your game early, you risk making a game that feels all over the place or is too complicated to explain quickly. So, planning the trailer first forces you to boil your idea down to its core, so your game stays focused on what really matters. This also forces you to work on great mockup areas for the trailer and Steam page screenshots that will help you nail down the look and feel of your game, which is basically the art direction. And this, believe me, will save you a countless headaches later when marketing or trying to hook your players because you already have a strong vision and direction of what you want to do, and you can explain your game so much better when you have your game very defined. The second reason is that helps you sharpen your ideas. Not just have the high concept clear, but sharpen all the details in your game. Because imagine you only have a few seconds to convince someone to care about your game when maybe you're talking about your game in social media or whatever. What is the most important thing, the one thing you want them to see that really going to sell the idea of your game to this person that could be a potential player? If your game looks confusing or dull in a quick glance, people would just going to scroll past and they're just not gonna care. But if you have a trailer that is very clear and explains your game really quickly and really well, then that is going to pass the quick glance test and people are going to get more interested in it. And also, it will help improve the quality of the game because you're going to have stronger visuals, animations, game design, and deliver all the important moments very clearly. And this is not just good for marketing, it's also good to make your game more fun and make sure it's something people will want to play. So you can focus more on what the player feels and wants. The third reason is that making a trailer before the actual game, it will help you visualize faster the final product. And you don't need to have a finished game to make a trailer because you can just brainstorm and make quick mockups and use things for the trailer in very simple ways. Like, for example, you can write like short paragraphs of what the trailer what's gonna happen on the trailer, no, like and the first image, the second image, the third moment, and it can be really fast and simple. And another way to visualize your game and visualize what the things that can go into your trailer can be use a create a visual mood board, which screenshots from other games, movies, animations, even books, anything that can help you visualize what can go into into this trailer and in the final game. And also, you can just use rough gameplay or cutscenes to go into this trailer and just help you build faster. What do you want to communicate, and what is the game's essence? So you can test it early and tweak as you go. If you're enjoying this video so far, you'll maybe want to check out my free weekly blog and newsletter because it's made for indie devs that are working on the first commercial game who want some practical advice to actually work and finish their game. And when you join the newsletter, you can also have for free my indie dev survival guide about how to work on your game without losing your mind. So if you want to join, as I said, completely for free, it's the first link in the description. Okay, so reason number 4 that making a trailer before the game can be a good idea is that you can use it as your North Star because it helps you define what matters most. What the game is really about, like all the highlights, the moments, and everything that is really important. And if you have new ideas or you come up with new mechanics, you can use the vision in your trailer to make sure that they fit with your high level concept and with your overall vision. And it can help you also avoid distractions or implement things that are actually gonna make the game more complicated or they're just going to add noise to the game and it's gonna make it boring or too complicated. Reason number 5 is that it helps you validate your game idea a lot quicker than making the full game and then trying to sell it. In order for your trailer to be useful, it needs to be short because you need to make sure that people are gonna grasp the main ideas in a very short time. Keeping it under 90 seconds is a good amount of time. And also you can show straight away what makes your game different, your hook, your points of interest, and also you can release this trailer way quicker than you could release a game. If you're making a game that is rather long, you can release a trailer a lot quicker than a full game. And you can gather feedback and get ideas from possible players of things you can improve on your game and see if this is something that you can sell and it's going to have an audience, and also build an audience before you're making the full game. So when you actually release a demo, eventually you are already going to have an audience because you already had this trailer, you had some screenshots, you had a Steam page, and you have everything in place to start gathering those wish lists before you even release a demo. And you can also have material to post on socials, and you are validating it before you build it, which is pretty much how software and apps and things like that are done. You need to validate the idea before making it, but for some reason game developers don't do it like this. They make the whole game and then they try to sell it and nobody plays it because they do it backwards. You first need to validate your game idea and then sell it if it is good, if you see that you have a market. So making a trailer before you make the game can be also a way to research the market and validate your idea. So basically, a better order to plan your game is to make the trailer first, because then you're going to have material to make a Steam page. And these two things are going to help you start getting wishlist even before you start building the game and validate your idea to make sure that you're not wasting your time on your full game. You're not developing a game for years that maybe that won't even sell. And when you have your Steam page and you validated that this can have an audience, you can start working on your demo. And then when you have these 3 things in place, it's a lot easier to seek some funding if you need to from either a Kickstarter or a publisher. And then when you have all these things in place, you can finally build the full game. What do you think of this approach? Please leave a comment below and let me know. And also don't forget to like and subscribe because that really helps the channel keep going. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, you can go watch this next one on the stream. See you there. Bye.